Hey everyone, it's Mindy from the OG Sports Network coming to you live here with Mr. Due Diligence Dave from EPA Sports. He has been totally on fire here over the last week. So make sure you set your notifications so you never miss out when Dave here goes live. But let's check out ogcappers.com to see what's been going on over there. We can see Dave is all over the place. 8-4 yesterday. A nice winning day, 56-43 plus 701 over the last 7 days. So this is the time that we know he gets hot. So make sure you go ahead and pick up one of his pick packages. Also make sure you go ahead and use the promo code OG20 to save you 20%. And then I guess we'll bring Dave in. Dave, what's up?
Good morning. Good morning.
I know. I need more coffee.
You know, it's funny as a data guy. I always tell myself it's just data, right? There's no up, there's no down. You know, but when you got so at EPA Sports, as you know, we got the hot sheet subscription. Right. Where people can just get all the calculations.
I can put that up there right now.
Yeah, all the calculations every day, and the best model, as we've been saying on the show, is the NBA. It's been and specifically NBA totals. But for whatever reason, since the All-Star break, as you know,
what happened before it?
You know, I really think the NBA, it's almost like they play hard up till the All-Star break, and then they figure out their pecking order, and then they just proceed to kind of play that exact same way all the way to the playoffs. And then when the playoffs start, we get all new different teams. And so
that's what we're looking for. We like that consistency.
Oh, the consistency. Look, the last 2 days, the feedback we've been getting from subscribers on the EPA Sports, patreon.com/EPA Sports, as you have up there, you get all the modeling every day. And the NBA has been ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was 9-1 yesterday.
I was going to say, tell us the numbers again.
It was yesterday it was 9-1 because I go in and I put my notes. There's some plays that I just put a blank on, right? So if the line's 4.5 and the model's at 4.57, I'm like, there's no lean either way. But I try to be aggressive with it. And yesterday there were 10 plays. And they went 9-1. The whole sheet was green, right? It was almost 10-0. I couldn't believe it because I came back and I looked at the scoreboard because I saw that I'd lost a game and I was like, what the hell happened? Right? Yeah. We were over 240.5 in Washington, Utah. It was like 80-80 at halftime. Right?
Yeah.
And we're going
that's way trending over.
Oh, yeah. Going into the fourth quarter, trending way over. I'm like, lock. I already turned it green. Right? I already like turn the color green. And then Utah drops an Indiana freaking fever and drops 16. We go 236. We missed the over by 5 points on a home team in the NBA dropping a 16 in the fourth quarter.
Shameful.
Unbelievable. And then yesterday, the hot sheet was 12-2. So it's on a 21-3 run for subscribers that are using it. What am I supposed, heck, we even our preview, our double down on the Bucks yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Saying, look, the Clippers are on a road back-to-back. They're going to run out of gas. Clippers were up 8. Plus 5.5, up 8 going into the fourth, lost by 7. 40-25 scoring run to close out the game. So,
exactly.
So watch those road back-to-back, folks. We don't have one today. We got Brooklyn at home, but they are on a back-to-back. We'll get to the NBA in a second. Why don't we run down our Ken Palm top 5 thrilling games of the day?
Dave, you might not be able to make as much fun of the Fever moving forward if they get Caitlin Clark.
Who?
Of course, right? Of course. The Fever may not be dropping a total of 8 points in the second.
Yeah, no, you know something? There's only one name in the WNBA, and that's Hawkins. for Washington. Make your
And
freaking
so
free
for
throws,
you guys
Hawkins.
that don't know, Miss Hawkins had cost Dave
Three straight.
winner after winner after
Three
winner from the free
straight.
throw line.
Three straight overs. Three straight overs going over 2 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter in the last minute. 3 in a
Right,
row, Hawkins.
right. It was
God.
pretty funny. I mean, you had to be there last year. It was pretty darn funny. All right, so here we go, Dave. All right, we're going to start off with number 5. That would be Cincinnati versus Oklahoma. We have Oklahoma minus 5.5 right now. Oklahoma losers their last 4 of 5 versus a Cincinnati team with kind of a shitty offense.
Oh, totally shitty offense. This is a slump buster game, right? I mean, you're at home. Here's the big matchup, right? You got the best unit, the second best unit on the floor is the Oklahoma defense, 87th in the country in home scoring efficiency defense. Cincinnati road scoring efficiency offense, 330, 330, folks.
That's embarrassing for a.
There are 362 teams. Cincinnati is 330th. That means teams like UPI, Fort Worth, or Fort Wayne, and Holy Cross, and Detroit Mercy are all better than Cincinnati on the road. So Cincinnati, number 1, sucks on offense on the road. They're going up against a very good road defense. Oklahoma, home scoring efficiency offense, 63rd. Cincinnati on the road, 196. Those numbers right there smell like an ass kicking to me.
Yeah.
And the EPA doesn't disappoint. I got Oklahoma by 9.32. Now, you and I both know in EPA, when you start getting those big margins, that compresses it much more than the actual reality of this game. Oklahoma is a 5.5-point favorite. If everybody's healthy, I really like Oklahoma winning and covering at home tonight.
And then that total sitting at 138.5.
Right. And I'm at 143.8. So, when the total is under 140 and my projection's over 140, I really like it. But I'm not 100% sold on it because I don't have 2 better offenses versus the defenses, right? You're betting an over on 143 on Cincinnati. I don't like that. I don't like that. So to me, that's a disqualifier. That's not going to be an OG cap or pick. I like the pick. If you're on it, folks, I think that's good consensus for you. If you're already on it, the model backs it up. But I don't like playing an over, expecting such a shitty offense against a good defense to come through. Really, you're betting on Oklahoma dropping like 70, 80 plus in this to get there, because it probably won't be Cincinnati.
All right. So then it seems like another team we've had quite a bit this season would be Nevada, but Boise State is a new one for us. They're sitting at minus 5.5. Boise, I saw one by 15 last time. And Boise State, they're coming in with a hot streak, winners of their last 5 here at home.
Really? So they beat Nevada by 15 in Nevada, because this game is in Boise tonight. Right away, the first thing I see is we got the number 15 road scoring efficiency offense going up against the 49th home scoring efficiency offense. So immediately I'm thinking over. The total on this is 142.5, but the model, because of pace of play and the quality of defense, I'm at 145.33. So I'm only slightly over. But if you are on the over in this game, I'd love to see it drop under 140. I'd love to be there. I don't like being in that 140 to 150. I've said it 100 times. I'll keep saying it. That's kind of no man's land for me, but I do like being over in this game. But the defense is 142nd on the road for Nevada, 119th on the road for Boise State. So you got solid defenses, not as good as the offenses. You got solid defenses here. This is a phenomenal matchup on paper. I think this is a great basketball game. I do have Boise winning by 7.37. They're favored by 5.5, so I lean Boise winning and covering. I'm at 76.3, 68.9. So I'm at 76-69. Boise by 7 over 142.5 in Boise tonight.
Seems fair. Like it. Okay. And then we're going out with San Diego State versus UNLV, the Running Rebels here on a 4-game winning streak. But look at the Aztecs, though. I mean, they have just totally whooped up on UNLV in the last 9 of 10 games. They have been victorious. And this one here, it's, I don't know, maybe a little bit surprising, but I think you can go ahead and give me the insight because the numbers have actually been going towards UNLV. It kind of looked like, so I don't know. You have to let me know what's going on here.
Yeah, because UNLV is last night was a 2.5-point dog. This morning it was a 2. What's the number that you have on your board right now? What's up there?
1.5.
1.5, right?
Yeah.
Now, normally I'd go, holy shit, why is it moving that way? Because San Diego State on the road, listen to these San Diego State numbers on the road. 50th in road scoring efficiency, 70th in road scoring efficiency defense. That is a wonderfully balanced team. I mean, top 75 in both. That means you're top 25 percentile in both offensive and road defensive scoring efficiency. That is a really good team. And then you look at UNLV, 256th in home scoring efficiency offense. But we've talked about this time and time again. Men's college basketball is weird when it comes to road and home. And so in spite of all those numbers, the model, of course, has UNLV by 3.31, right? It's one of those,
okay.
It's Chewbacca on Endor. It doesn't make any sense. It's a Chewbacca defense. It just doesn't make any sense. And so the numbers like UNLV catching the points early, and now we're seeing that value being really, really compressed. I don't have a lean on this one in terms of a side because San Diego State has such good numbers, offensive and defensive scoring efficiency, and we're not really getting much value in a spread. We're basically down to a money line. We're down to a pick 'em, and so I would stay off of that. And then as for the total, I'm at 142.8. The total on this right now is 136. But again, are you gonna bet an over on a team that is 256 at home in offensive scoring efficiency against number 71 defensive scoring efficiency? The numbers again just aren't adding up for me. But by the model, I do lean over the 136 UNLV to win and cover at home tonight.
Fascinating. So the model is
showing. Believe it. I don't believe it though. I don't believe my own model.
Is showing what the public or what the sharps are on. So it's fascinating. Yeah. It's fascinating. All right. So I think we've had this one before, Dave. Alabama and Florida. Florida should have won the first time. I think we might have been on Florida there before and still got the win with the points, I believe. But right now, Florida, though, is the favorite. 1.5 they're giving in that huge total again, which we know Alabama puts up the points. 175.5.
Not only does Alabama put up the points, they allow the points to be put up. 361st in the country out of 363 freaking teams.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
it keeps getting worse. That number has dropped and dropped and dropped throughout the season.
It was what was it against Tennessee? It was 352, and then they played somebody else, and it was 360 last week.
Kentucky, yeah.
And now we're down to 361. They're going to give up 100 tonight, right? I mean, it's literally going to be 100-97. Florida. I like Florida in this though.
Okay.
The model has Florida by 9.
Oh,
geez. Now Alabama's scoring efficiency is all the way up to 6 in the country on the road. So I mean, this is Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. We've talked about this time and time again. Their goal is just to outscore everybody. They're looking for a 100 to 101 to 100 ball game. It's exciting. It's going to be fun. Look at the total I have projected, 167. That's one of the biggest numbers on the year. Now the total right now is 176, but I am not messing with an under with Alabama on the floor. Not messing with it. If I have to bet something here, you know what? I like just Florida. Give me the money line. It was at 2.5 this morning. It's down to 1.5. let's just take that 1 point out of
20 or something. Yeah.
Let's take the 1 point out of the equation. If I'm betting something here, I'll take Florida at home to win this game straight up. The total everything's too big here. The total's huge. My projection's huge. I'm just staying off of it. This is a game though. I don't know what time it starts. I think I want to sit down and watch this one because this is gonna be fun as hell.
Your first game all season to watch. I hope you do it.
Would it be the first one? I've turned on some of my Duck games. I've turned on some of my Duck games. I will cop to that. I will admit to turning on a few Duck games, but outside of that, no. But this should be. I know it's the number 2 game on the list. The number 1 game is going to be awesome too, but from a point scoring standpoint, this is the best game that we've seen.
If you want points, this is for you. And if you like trees, then that Oregon Ducks home court is for you. I hate it, Dave. I absolutely hate that home court. Like, do you think the players see the trees when they're shooting?
No, not like we see from the angle way up above.
I've always wondered what it would be like on that floor.
Right. Well, in the camera angle in the stadium is elevated. So unless you're sitting up there, you start getting down towards the floor. By the time you get on the floor, it's more of a mottled color. The trees are really for the TV. The interesting thing is they had to redo the floor. When they first put it in, the coat they used was so shiny in TV that for the first season they had it, it was almost unwatchable. There'd be certain points on the floor. It was like, wow, there's like the sun was hitting you in the face. So they had to recoat that. So well, for talking trash on my team's court, I hope Nebraska gets bounced in the first round in the Big Ten tournament.
Whatever. Well, I mean, there's nothing saying that they won't.
Tournaments are funky, man.
Well, the thing, Nebraska on the road. These are all considered to be road games. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. They're just not good on the road.
Right. Well, look what we had yesterday. We had our first 2 postseason games yesterday. It was the Atlantic Sun, and these weren't even this wasn't even neutral court. This was lower seed at the better team, and the lower seed won both games yesterday. Both games straight up. So it's tournament time. I'm getting jacked up for it. But we got one more game to go. This is a big one too. Oh baby, this is a.
So can everyone guess what it is? Purdue versus Illinois. Illinois here -2.5. So Vegas is predicting an upset here. Illinois lost by 5 last time, but everyone says that this is the day for Illinois.
Yeah, but that was in Purdue, right? People get caught up so much in, well, what did they do the last game? Well, the last game they were on the freaking road, right? If Illinois lost by 5 at home and they were at Purdue today, okay, kind of like Boise, Nevada, right? Boise's at home today, and Boise beat Nevada by 15 in Nevada last month. So that's a big deal. This, they're just swapping home courts. Now the line is moving towards the model. This morning when I got up, it was Illinois -1.5. So in the last 2 hours, it's already moved to -2.5. The model has Illinois by -5.23. So I like seeing the line movement because it tells me, again, it reinforces the model's direction. Right. The best matchup here, you got the Purdue offense, number 25, 2-5 road scoring efficiency offense. Illinois 73rd home scoring efficiency defense. So I do love that matchup. Then on the other side, Purdue on the road 76th road scoring efficiency defense. Illinois 114th home scoring efficiency offense. So the big thing here is I got Illinois by 6 from outside the 3-point line, and I have it pretty even inside. Free throws very even as well. So I think the key here in this game is going to be the 3-point line. Can Illinois outscore Purdue from beyond the 3-point line? If they cannot, Illinois is not winning this basketball game.
So they can't pull a Curry and go 0 for 8 from 3?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that crazy? I mean, I don't think I would ever in my lifetime see Steph Curry go 0 for 8 from
You,
3
you,
when they
you,
got
you
slaughtered the other day by the Celtics.
know, yeah, that was pretty fugly. And for anybody on Golden State like you,
I was.
at least the Band-Aid came off pretty quick.
And I think it's so funny because your modeling was literally like the spread was 11 and you're at 11.2. So that's
Right.
why
Yeah.
you put the
Yeah. Well,
or
that
that's
was
why you took the
see,
Celtics.
but again, that's where the hot sheet might have been
Yeah,
like,
like the bigger that variance gets,
right.
the
If it,
greater the gap.
so that's an example of using the hot sheet where you were leaning towards Golden State a little bit. And then the hot sheet was like, that could have been a loser that it took you off of. So everybody uses it a little bit differently, whether it's a handicapper or do it yourselfer, but you know, we just try to get it right. We try to get it right. It doesn't hurt that it's been hot the last 48 hours either.
Yeah. So did you tell us about what you like for a total there on Purdue, Illinois? I didn't see that.
No, I didn't. It's at 163. This is actually
Yeah.
my favorite play. This is my
Okay.
favorite play of all of these 5 sides, 5 totals. It's at 163 and a half. I'm at 151.5. This is going to be a postseason like this is going to be a playoff game. This is going to be a big time basketball game. I love being under 163 and a half. The variance is 7.33%. So we're outside the 5% variance. We're under 163 and a half with a 151 total. This is these 5 games, this is my number one play. This will be posted at OG Cappers later. That is one of my picks for the day.
Hooray! All right. And so then I kind of teased the NBA a little bit, and you were real hot yesterday.
Yep,
With
we
your
did.
prediction.
Well, we even
You
said
got a
on this
winner.
show.
So what do you got today?
We said on this show yesterday, go parlay under
You did.
Bucks and Bucks cover. So
And I think you almost predicted the score like exactly. So
yeah, so we got a little lucky there, right? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
right.
Favorite side for the day. Miami is an 11-point favorite at home today against Detroit. Now, I do not know who is hurt or not. So, folks, do your due diligence before you press that enter button. But I got Detroit losing by 4.76 in one model and 4.90 in the other. That is almost 6.5 points of variance. That is the biggest variance on the board today for a side. Again, totals are the strength, not the sides, but the biggest variance is Detroit plus 11 at the Heat tonight. As for the side, my personal favorite, because the model's good at it, Orlando and Charlotte. On the board right now, I got 207 and a half. The two models, 215.9, 217.8, almost have a 10-point plus variance in the last 4 game model. So that is my favorite over total for the NBA today. Orlando and Charlotte at Charlotte over 207 and a half.
I love it. And then we were talking here a little bit too that you said, hey, I might go ahead and give us some rundowns out there on X or Twitter, whichever you prefer.
Twitter.
So you can follow us. EPA.
Twitter. Yep. Yeah. So not to make the show go forever, but I love modeling the tournament games, and I like the totals in the early rounds, folks. So we don't want this show to go for 4 hours, but follow OG Cappers on Twitter, follow EPA Sports on Twitter, and throughout the day, I'm going to be posted expected totals on tournament games. There's a bunch of them going on today. We got the Atlantic Sun, we got the Horizon League, we got the Patriot League, we got a bunch of stinkers out there, but nothing stinks when you win. So
that's right.
I'm gonna be posting a bunch of leans throughout the day on tournament totals between now and next Saturday, and I'm sure there's going to be some hot games that Mindy and I will be able to talk about next week when we start getting into the Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC tournaments.
Yes, for sure. All right, Dave, again, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click on the bell to get the latest notifications because you never want to miss out on all of this exciting information with, the cats. But you guys, hey, make sure you get over to OG Cappers there and pick up one of Dave's pick packages today. All right, you guys, take care. Well, have a good one.